Welcome to Xerox. In today's video, we're going to teach you how to make a Pomodoro Timer app with Flutter. Let's get to it. So first, fire up your Android Studio, and then we're going to click to create new Flutter project, and click the Flutter applications, click next, and then we're going to set up the project name. For the sake of this video, I'm going to call it just Pomodoro in Flutter. I misspelled over there. Okay. Clicks next, and then clicks finish, and then wait for a little bit for the load up. Once you have all the projects set up, we can start coding by removing all the comments down here, and also remove the title of the project and the theme data because we don't really need them. We just really need the home and keep the my home page, and then remove the title from here. And then we're gonna remove everything after that. Okay, looks nice and clean. Now you just copy from here, and then we're gonna start creating stateful widget, and then copy the name from here, and then paste it here. So in this series is going to be about 3 parts, and the first part is going to be about the UI part. The second one will be about the timer functionality, and the final part will be about cleaning up and formatting to make it look nice and clean. So make sure you start your emulator on demand so that we can run the app. So the next thing, we're gonna start creating the UI of the app. So once you have all these set up, you can go ahead and remove the container from here, and then we can start creating a scaffold. Scaffold is like a skeleton on the app, so it's like the thing that needs to be created in order to, it's like a canvas. When you want to draw some pictures, you need a paper or a canvas, and then you can paint something on it. And we're gonna set the probability of backgrounds to be colors.black, and you can give that a try by running. So I just want to see if we already have the scaffold and then the black background, so that it can be ready to draw our widgets on the scaffold. So go ahead and click the run button in order to see if it's working or not, and we'll give it a couple of years later.
2,000 years later.
So now it's almost done, and as you can see from the app, it's working as the black screen. And one thing I want to change is I want to remove this rate tag over here. So in order to remove them, you can go ahead and write down the probability on the Metro app. You can change the debug show shake mode banner here to be false. Oops, sorry about that. So once I change to false, I'm gonna hot reload it, and you're gonna see that it's gonna be removed. So yeah, that's how to remove it. The next step is to create a shell or a body. I'm not sure, a body, I guess. So create a body of a column. So a column is going to be vertical on here, so I'm going to take all the space over here, and then going to set some, I mean, it's not going to consume all the space yet, but I'm going to set some properties in order to do that. So inside the column, I'm going to create children, which is going to contain like multiple of rows and some white space and another rows right here for the button. So the UI is gonna look something like on the iPhone, you know, timer. If you have used it before, it's gonna be something black, and then I'll insert some image. So yeah, and the first children is gonna be a row, and then I'm gonna create some text in here. So it's gonna be just a text, which is gonna say, you know, I'm gonna hard code it first, and then I'm gonna set it up later. So just gonna set up that text to be 25, and I forgot to set the style. So this is how you set up the text style. I'm gonna change the color to be white. Maybe some font size to be around, I think, 48. Right, now it's appear right here, so we have to fix it. So we can fix it by setting up main axis alignment and cross axis alignment on the row and on the column as well, but gonna start with the column. So main axis alignment, and then gonna set the axis alignment dot. So for the main of the column is gonna be the vertical, and then the cross gonna be horizontal. So for this I'm gonna set it to be center, and then for the cross axis alignment I'm gonna set it to be stretch, so because it's gonna consume every space. So once I hard reload, it's gonna be center and then stretch. But I'm gonna show you a quick tip right here. So when you click the Flutter inspector and then you click the blue button right here, it's gonna show you sort of like the margin and the padding, the layout of how the app's gonna work, so you have better understanding here. And then we're gonna change for the row. So for the row is this widget right here. So if we want to make the main is here, the main is the horizontal. As you can see, the bigger the space, the main it is. That's my kind of like the way to understand it. So when you set the main axis alignment to be center, it's gonna move this one to be in the center. So main axis alignment dot center, and then you can click hard reload, so it's gonna move right there. And then I think I want to move it up a little bit, so I'm gonna set the cross axis alignment to be axis alignment dot start, let's say, and then click on hard reload. It's gonna move up maybe here. Oh. Why is that moving up? Oh, maybe because I have only one children right now. Yeah. Right, but once I add more, it's gonna move up to be the start. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Right, then gonna start creating the next. So for the row, I think pretty much done right here. Gonna move to the next children. So next I'm gonna create a size box of height of around 300, so that we're gonna move this up a little bit, so you can see this is the size box as the height's 300. Then that's why this thing moved up. Okay, then I'm gonna create another row so that I can create like two buttons. One is for stop and one is for start. So the widget that we're gonna use is the widget inside them is gonna be a raise button, so that it's gonna have like the nice rounded shape as we want. So the first, probably I think I'm gonna add an on press, so that we can do something with this. So this is gonna be the first button, and the first button is gonna be a stop. So I'm gonna create a method called stop timer, and gonna leave it as commented now, and we're gonna fix this later, but for the sake of setting up just for now. Okay, that looks nice. And then we're gonna set some colors, probably I'm gonna set it to be black on this one, because it's gonna be a black button. You understand what I mean. So next property is gonna be the shape. Circle border. Alright. So next I'm gonna create a site property, and I'm gonna call it border site. I'm gonna set some color to be, this is gonna be, you know, the border of our button. So let's set to around orange, and then around 300 is a nice shade. And then we have the button, and then we're gonna set the style to be the text of maybe stop. I think I'm gonna set up like this. It's gonna look much better. Set the style property of text style. I think for the text, the color is gonna be white. Okay, and then the font size is gonna be around 24. Now we're gonna click on reload. So now it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna remove this thing so that you can have a better look. And I think by now you should have understand how it works. So I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. And as you can see, it looks a little ugly right now, but we're gonna fix it by adding some padding of the text. So you can click that by clicking option and return, or I think, I'm not sure in Windows, but I'm using Mac, so it's going to be an option and return button. Then you can wrap with widget with padding, sorry about that. And then we're going to set the padding to be roughly about 40, so that's going to look nice and clean like this. Okay, and then we can just copy paste on the raise button to be another children in here. And then we're gonna switch things up a little bit, change to start, change the color to be the same color as another button as the border. Okay. Oh no, I messed it up. Okay, now it looks nice and clean, but we have to remove these two buttons to the right a little bit, and we can use the main axis alignment, and then set it to be around space evenly, so that let me open that one again. So now it's like it's a little tight to the left, but once we change to space evenly, it's gonna split to two different areas. So okay, now let's have a look. Now it looks pretty much nice and clean for now. I like the way it looks, and I think in this video it's gonna be only this much. On the next video, we're gonna teach you how to make the timer for the timer functionality. So if you like this video so far, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.